Come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby, 'cause it's breakfast with Bob.
Thank you, Poncho Man. Welcome back, everybody. Day one, Breakfast with Bob from Kona and Huggo's on the Rocks. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, deboer wetsuits, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Zoot Sports, the original triathlon brand, Quintana Roo, Premium Plus Sports, and of course our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, winner this year of 70.3 Oregon, Danielle Lewis joins us. How you doing?
Hey, Bob. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, it was great seeing you up in Boise about a month ago, something like that?
It was, yep. Checking out the new
our new field house for Challenged Athletes Foundation. Pretty cool, huh?
That thing is awesome.
Open up November 9th and 10th. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Looking forward to going to the open house.
You will be there. So you're dealing with some injuries right now. What's going on?
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Right before 70.3 Worlds in Finland, began experiencing some muscle tremors, leg weakness while running and riding, and it's affected me greatly during the race. So the second I got back, I went to the doctor trying to figure things out. So for the past, 6 weeks now, I've done significant amount of medical testing, and we still haven't gotten to the bottom of it. So it's been quite a roller coaster ride, knowing that, okay, I'm coming to Kona, right? All year I've had visions of competing here, being in the mix, performing to my potential, and then with all of this going on, it's been pretty challenging.
And this is your first time here.
It is.
So going into the race, have you been able to train?
I'm going to see how a 7-week taper works. Yeah. It's been about 10 hours of light activity for the past, it'll be 7 weeks.
And then you're just fatigued.
It's very specific muscles where the issues occur. Yeah, and it's pretty limiting in my capacity and output in the bike and run. So I'm still maybe 90% yes, 10% not sure yet about racing, but I feel pretty good about it. I obviously want to give this race the respect that it deserves.
Right.
And my peers too, because they're here, they're ready, they're trained, they're ready to go. Physically, I'm not quite there. But then at the same time, it's like, well, in order to see some cool things happen, you have to show up and put yourself in a position to do that. And I feel like the race in the island deserves that respect too, to show up and start and let my body carry me for as long as it will. So, yeah.
So, and you're coming off this has been a really good season for you. Like sixth, right? 6th and 7th at Oceanside, and then 5th in Texas with 8:56, up 9. 3rd, 70.3 St. George. 2nd at Chattanooga. You won Oregon. And then obviously in Lati, that's where you're starting to feel things, where you're 24th of the Worlds.
Yeah, so it has been pretty much my most successful year in my professional career. So it's unfortunate timing. But I will say I've been pretty blessed to not have dealt with really any significant injuries my entire professional career, so that's good.
And what got you into triathlon?
So I ran in college. Are you going to ask me about the steeplechase? Every time we talk.
You're a steeplechaser, I know it.
Yes, I did run the steeplechase in college, and I did well. I wanted to run professionally after college. I got sick my senior year, took a year off because my running career just kind of ended prematurely. Ended up gaining 50 pounds in 1 year.
What?
Yeah, I had a moment. But also, so my body fat got pretty low in college, and so I think there was this rubber band effect, right, where it was okay, I've depleted myself for quite a while.
Yep.
It's time to rebuild, repair. But then I probably sat on the couch and eating too much Cheerios or something. So there's that.
That's a lot of Cheerios, 50 pounds, yeah.
Well, anyways, eventually the light bulb went on. I was like, okay, let's do this, right? Let's get myself back into shape. So gave myself a workout plan, a diet plan, got to work, signed up for my first try. I did well, and I thought, okay, I'm going to pursue triathlon at this point. But then I had a bike accident, broke my shoulder, couldn't swim, started racing my bike. And then bike racing led me to racing around the country on a domestic elite team. Then I had another accident, broke a few bones in my back. and then kind of shut things down at that point. That was a pretty scary incident.
Yeah.
And then 2017 was like, you know what? I still have dreams of being a professional athlete and going after a triathlon, and that was the year I just set my mind to it, and I guess the rest is history.
Yeah. And so in, like you said, you were at Baylor, All-American steeple, and then 18 was a pretty solid year where you got 9th in Indian Wells and 6th, 70, but all 70.3s. When did you move and go to the dark side and decide to do a full?
Last year was my first full, so...
Ironman Arizona?
Correct. So I guess Kona will be the 4th.
And then Ironman Arizona in 2022, you get 3rd place. You're like, wow, what's the big deal here?
Well, that's an interesting story. I was doing really well, and then I got a flat tire, and I didn't have the tools I needed to fix it.
Yeah.
And so it took about 20 minutes before some friendly athlete decided, oh, I can give you a spare tube and CO2. So then I was able to fix it, and then I came back and had a pretty fast run and still ran my way up to the podium.
2:52.
Yes.
Very impressive run, yeah. And that now, did that qualify you for Kona?
No, the top 2 at that race
Ah.
did.
What got you to Kona?
That was the 5th at Texas this year.
Okay, 5th at Texas this year. And that race played out. Getting 5th there was okay for you?
It was okay. The run didn't feel quite as smooth as that run that I had in Arizona.
Right.
But it was enough to get me here, that was the number 1 goal.
I mean, if you can get off the bike here and, if you were healthy and run sub 3, you'd be a factor.
Well, yeah. I mean, my goal all year coming into this would be low 250s, and I mean, depending on how things would go, of course, there's the dream of breaking the 250 here. So
do the doctors know what's going on?
We have some suspicions, maybe some nerve irritation, maybe there's some other things that maybe, but we're not 100% sure.
And how scary is that for you? I mean, here you are coming off probably your best year.
Sport can be heartbreaking, and it is certainly disappointing. There's a lot of emotions that come with it, but I think, being here on the islands, it's a healing space.
Yes, it is.
So I'll just lean into that.
Well, and you get to do a catered workout on Saturday, right? People be handing you food every few miles.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Gosh, Bob, you're making me emotional. There's going to be a lot of people out there and a lot of support to draw on. So I'm just thankful for the people that are around me. And then all of the love that I've received has been really positive, and I appreciate that.
Love it. Yeah. How about a round of applause for Danielle Lewis?
Thank you, guys.
Just get to the finish line. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Poncho Man, take us out.
Come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby. 'Cause it's breakfast with Bob.
Poncho Man.